Yeah, it was cool. To be out here playing against Phillip Rivers and the Colts, like they're a great team, but just more than anything, just taking it one drive at a time, and as an offense, just having a standard and trying to play with that standard and with the guys that we have out there, man. So to go out and execute like we did, and to keep doing that, just really proud of those guys, man. Just everybody in our team, just defense getting stops at clutch moments, and the turnover at the end of the game to seal it with D winners, like. Just feels good to play together as a team and win on the road, tough environment. Monday Night Football, Phillip Rivers, like they got some momentum over there and stuff. So just a huge win for us.
Well, Kyle said that he talked to you guys last night because you officially made the playoffs yesterday. What was that conversation like? And did you talk about this remaining schedule and the package that you have?
Yeah. He spoke to the team and just basically told us, obviously, congrats on making it to the playoffs, and it's not something we can just overlook. Like, it's pretty cool to do that, and so felt good about that. But obviously, the next challenge is, like, can we just win one game at a time and try to be the best that we can going into the playoffs. And obviously, we know what's at stake with the first seed and all that, but we can't, get our minds wrapped around just that. Like, we have to go handle business and play a really good team in Chicago next week coming to our place. So we have to be locked in. We have to watch this film. We have to get better. So, but it was cool hearing Coach, sort of congratulate us. But also, there's a lot of work to be done. So. Yeah, I think that was awesome that he did that, because the last couple of years, the culture and the teams that we've had, that was a realistic goal to go attack the first seed, go make it deep into the playoffs, go make it to the Super Bowl, win it. Like, those are great goals and realistic. This year, I think it was just really cool for him to understand our team, where we're at, and the turnover and all that kind of thing, and being real with the older guys that have been here, and the challenge of, hey man, like, we got to win some gritty games, early in the year, in the middle of the season, and then late in the year, and see where we're at when it's all said and done. So I think it's just been really cool, because that's been our mindset. Like, we just take it 1 week at a time. We haven't been getting wrapped up in the playoff picture or anything like that. And then, once we just handle business 1 week at a time, we're sitting in a good spot. So it's just really good coaching on his part, and you could see his experience coaching and stuff to be able to relay that to all the guys.
Sorry if you've been asked something similar. We've had some big series of games before, but you have a stretch like this on the right. How do you feel like I'm very lucky and is there anything different when you're
No, man, I think it's just putting pressure on myself, every drive before I go out there. Like, hey, man, like, go out. It's one play at a time. Every play has a life of its own, but put pressure on yourself to be detailed, do the fundamentals right. And it's like living in that kind of mindset rather than trying to make stuff up or just say, hey, let's get into a rhythm here. It's like actually take action in that. So that's been my mindset. And then obviously to be able to win games like we have and put a streak together, it's great and all, but we don't get wrapped up in that. Like, we have to legit watch the film, get better, and go blue collar, win it the next week. That's our mindset.
Well, Carolina said that we talked about it in terms of the second half. What was the difference for you as a player having, since you've been here? Was it a little extreme, or?
Honestly, it sort of hit me like, dang, like, all I've heard since I've been here is we got to make it to the Super Bowl, and I've looked at that like, let's go. We got a great team to go do it. I just got to be on top of my job and do my part, and we're gonna roll. And then so just hearing Kyle say that, early in the offseason, for me it was like, all right, like, we got to find ways to win games. Like I said, early in the season, middle, and late. And it's not always going to be pretty. Since I've been here early in my career, we were, dominating teams, and the game was basically over in the fourth quarter. And so now it's like, we got to find ways to win all the way through the very end, and keep stacking those wins. So you never take a win for granted in the NFL, and that's something that I've learned, the last 2 years. So I don't know. I think when he told us that, I sort of started getting my mind wrapped around for the type of season that we've had.
last one?
2 years ago, Monday night, against Lamar, you said you had to be too much. But there was a lot of build up. Kind of, a little bit different. I mean, have you grown, I guess, in that way? I mean, great to see that here, right? But, just part of being mentally and feeling?
Yeah, I would say so. Not letting the environment or the situation of the season and the game dictate how I go out and think throughout a game. I feel like right now it's, I got to be my best one play at a time, be smart with our team and where we're at, but also like still have the chip on my shoulder to go attack. And so it's all of that. Not, that Christmas game a couple years ago, it was like, man, we're Christmas, Monday night, MVP talk, like hit a couple completions early in the game, felt good, and then after that, I'm getting complacent with going through my reads and stuff and making the right decisions. So definitely have learned from that, but there's always still room for improvement.
Brock, now that you clinched the playoff spot, can you guys talk about, trying to win a Super Bowl now and kind of, focusing on what special season this could be on the stretch?
I mean, yeah, I think that's obviously the reality of what could happen if we just take it one game at a time. But for us, once we get into the playoffs and everything too, that's going to be a brawl in itself. So that's a whole nother road for us, man. We got to go put on a showcase and win the game on Sunday against Chicago. So I think that's where we're at right now. We got to watch this film, get better from it. But more than anything, it's how can we be our best going into playoffs. You want to play good football going into the tournament. So
Brock, I think you were focused on.
you're good, Branch. Good.
Sitting on the sideline and looking at Philip Rivers, but he starts with like, two touchdown passes, took it for 2 drives. Are you any party to like, this is odd, this is kind of crazy?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when we watched like the what it takes film earlier in the week, like even the game against Seattle, like Philip Rivers is going through his reads, he's moving the ball, like smart with the ball. Physically, obviously, it was like you could see that he needed to get a little bit more, just more on his throws or whatnot in certain instances. But outside of that, man, he's playing quarterback at a high level, like making decisions and stuff. So when I saw him doing that the first couple drives, I was like, I mean, that's a Hall of Fame quarteback right there, like going through his reads and making you pay. So for me, it was how can we go and be our best on offense every drive and go, the beginning of the drive to go score. Like that was our mindset every drive. So especially when you're going against a guy like Philip Rivers.